Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Loving Life Freely here on YouTube, and we are doing a solo video today, you guys. I thought I would do an introduction to this video and show you the absolutely beautiful weather we're having. It's chilly outside because we got some more snow. We haven't been hit with a lot of snow yet. We've been getting some dustings, but it's just absolutely gorgeous. I thought I would share with you. I'm letting my dog out, and it's just absolutely beautiful out right now. It's crisp outside, and the one thing that I love about where we live right now is when it snows, it's still usually very sunny. It's not like nasty and dreary, and our snow is powdery, which is so fun. But anywho, I just thought I'd share that little fun with you. We are doing a sale video like I mentioned, and I had a couple of really great sales. We did have more than just 2 sales, but we're going to dive right into this, and we're just going to have some fun showing some sales, so stay tuned. Hey everybody, okay, let's dive into this. I'm going to show Depop first, then we'll do Mercari, then we'll do eBay, and then we'll do Poshmark. I did have some sales on Depop. So I sold this really kind of cool, it's kind of like a, let me show it to you here, kind of like a goth spiked little bracelet that came in one of my jewelry things. And this sold for $8 on Depop, so that was pretty cool. You know, on Depop, the blessing of Depop, I kind of chuckle. We complain about, you know, the issue with people not paying on eBay, which I honestly never had that problem. When I get sales on eBay, I get payment right away. But Depop, I've had quite a few people that have either sent me an offer and I've accepted, or I've sent an offer and they've accepted and then they never pay. So when it comes to Depop, if I see an offer, whether I send it or they send it, and I've accepted, I'm literally just waiting to see if they're even going to pay, because I've had probably 50 out of 50. 50% they pay, 50% they don't. So, but this one they did pay. So anyway, I don't know, let me know in the comments below if you sell on Depop, if you run into that also, where people will either accept an offer or send you an offer that you accept, but they never follow through and pay. Does that happen to you on Depop as well, if you sell on Depop? Okay, so let's move on to the next item on Depop that's sold. I'm going to open these up so you guys can see them. This was an Aerie. I've had this one for a while. I honestly don't remember how much I paid for this. Okay, so this was in a ThredUp bulk box. ThredUp bulk box, and paid just over like $1.19 for it. This sold for $20, and again, on Depop, there's no fees. So straight profit of $20 except for the processing fee, which is usually around a couple dollars. Okay, and then I did sell more jewelry from my jewelry boxes. This one sold, and it was a really cool, this is really pretty. This was in one of my jewelry boxes. You guys have been seeing me doing the unboxings and sales on YouTube. I have been making quite a few jewelry sales on my other platforms as well. Speaking of which, we will have another video coming up soon for another sale, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, this one sold for $10 straight up, and again, it's probably like $1 for, because it's a processing fee basically for PayPal. That's what Depop uses for their processing. So it was a PayPal fee, and I think it's like 3%. So 3% of $10. That's what I get charged for on here. So $10, so basically like probably around $9.50 is my profit. So yeah, things are going well on Depop. Let's go ahead and jump over here to Mercari. We did have some great sales on Mercari. I sold the super cute Girls Justice. Oops. Something went wrong. Oh, here we go. Okay. Justice Gray Faux Fur Bomber Jacket. Now, I will say, I'm going to kind of inject here. I took 2 more bags to buy, sell, trade of kids' clothes. I've done this 3 times now. The first time I made $70, 70, 72, somewhere in there, from taking kids' clothes to buy, sell, trade, because y'all know I'm no longer doing kids' shows. So I've been taking what I have left over and just taking over buy, sell, trade anytime we go into Sioux Falls, because all of my thrift stores, buy, sell, trades, all of that is between, it's typically about 45 minutes to an hour away from me. So anytime we go over to Sioux Falls, we make a trip of it, we go do all this stuff. So I took a couple more bags over to buy, sell, trades, took some stuff over to Goodwill to get rid of some stuff that we weren't selling anymore. And I've done this 3 times now. The first time I made $72 on some stuff. The second time I made 90 something. This time I made $109 on items I took buy sell trade. So I have made about $270 roughly on taking just kid stuff to buy sell trade from those thread up clothes boxes of the items that I did not sell on auctions. So it's definitely been worth it for me whenever I am going to town to take stuff with me and get some more money back on the clothes. It is definitely paying off. I've also been making sales on these platforms with these kids' clothes. Pretty much all the kids' clothes that I've purchased in any boxes, all those boxes are paid for. So at this point, anything that I make is just profit now. So again, in on Mercari, this is just a $12 profit. Alright, let's go ahead. This was a men's piece. Now, y'all know I sell men's clothes. I haven't bought a men's box in a while. I still have quite a few men's pieces. But again, this is another one of those situations, you guys, where brand just really doesn't matter, right? It's just incredible to me how they really don't care about brand. Hagar is not a popular brand. I do sell Hagar men's slacks, just not very often. And again, $16 on this because there's no fees. And this was a size large, so that sold. And then I sold some more brand new and packaging jewelry. You all know I have my vintage, pre-loved, modern jewelry that I'm getting in my boxes, which we're doing this live sales on. And I also have brand new jewelry in packaging, never been sold before on the market. This is one of those brand new and packaging pieces that I sold. $10 for this, so pure profit. Really pretty piece. And, oh, okay, that was the same thing. All right, let's jump on over to eBay because I only had a couple eBay sales. I am making more sales on eBay, but it's through my other business that I've started. I actually have 2 different businesses going now, and I guess I could share what I'm doing, but I've really just been focused on sharing reselling with you guys. We are doing something else that is selling items on eBay, but it's not through reselling. So I'm making quite a few sales that way, but this is reselling items. All right, LL Bean Slim Fit Reed Plaid flannel shirt. This sold for $22. I received an offer. They get listed for $25 or something like that. And yeah, actually, you know what? Let's double check this because sometimes they don't actually sell. Let's double check this to make sure. Okay, this sold for $19. Sold for $19. I'm glad I checked. $19, not $22. So I received an offer of $19 for this one. My men's clothes are usually almost always around $3. So $3 and a 19. Yeah, 100% good. Even with by the time fees are done, I still probably made about $16 on that. All right, and then another item. I'm selling shorts, believe it or not. This was a Prana shorts. Okay, now you guys, a lot of items that I've had, some items weren't actually listed, and I'm actually going to be doing a video on something that I've been doing recently. Going to be doing a video on it very soon about listing and what you should do with listings. So stay tuned for that. And guys, if you're not subscribed yet, please do feel free to. We do unboxings, we do sold videos, I have some other types of content coming out. We do our live jewelry sales. So we do a lot of great things on here. So anyway, this one was one of those ones that I just recently did a new listing on and posted it, and it sold like within a week or 2. This is Prana. Let's go back over here and see what these sold for. I don't remember, was this full asking price or what? Actually, let me go back. Let me do it this way because it actually shows the details. Let's see what this one sold for. Okay, so these sold for $18. And again, I paid $3 for them. So still, great profit. Probably $15 in profit by the time you do all the fees and everything. So 2 items there. And then let's go on over to Poshmark, you guys. Alright, I made a mistake on this piece. I thought it was a small women's, but it was actually a kid's piece. Because of the measurements, it looked like it could be like a small to medium of women's, but the gal who bought it said she just couldn't get into it, and I felt really bad. I did offer to do credit, but then they finalized the sale, and so once you finalize the sale on Poshmark, if you're kind of new to Poshmark, if somebody's trying to do a return, but they finalize the sale or Poshmark finalized the sale, they won't do a return on it. So if they did like a feedback on Poshmark, but then they come back saying, hey, this didn't fit, once they finalize the sale or they do feedback on that item, Poshmark won't do a return. She messaged me, and I told her I was more than happy to do that because I felt like it was my fault. And then a day later, the sale finalized, and I never heard back from her. So I felt bad. But anyway, this was $1.19 for this item. Sorry, not $1.19, 92 cents for this item. And it was $4 fee, so made like, what, $13? It left $12, something like that. This was from the bulk clothes box, you guys. So I'm selling more of the bulk clothes items from ThreadUp. Those 4 boxes that I got, this was from that. Alright, this was also from that box. More items selling from those boxes. This is Wild Fable. I thought about not listing this because it's Target, but I thought, you know what, this is in good condition. It's a nice color. I really like the sage green. So I decided to just go ahead and list it, and sure enough, it did sell. I had it listed for $20. Somebody sent me a $16 offer, and I took it. 92 cents on this. So I'm probably narrowing in. I've got a couple sales you're going to see here very soon. I'm definitely probably at a $200 profit on these boxes now, and you're going to see why here in just a minute. Okay, alright, this was an item that I've had for a couple years now. I believe I purchased this at a thrift store, and I purchased it because it's red velvet. I purchased it during the holiday season, but it didn't sell the year that I bought it. So I was really, really happy to get an offer on this and sell it. I was probably about $5 into this because back then, my dress is for $5.25 at the thrift store. And again, this was about 2 years ago. This was back when we were still doing sourcing at the thrift stores periodically. We do not source the thrift stores anymore. Y'all know that most of my stuff is all done online now. Or people do source for me at the bins and they send me items. So this was probably at least 2 years ago. I've had this dress, which is just sad that it took this long to sell. Anything I've had that long, I'm just really glad to get moving along. If you all know how it just, you don't want it to be sitting that long, right? But I still made a good profit for $15, even though I paid $5 for it. I made $12 on it, so I still doubled my money. So I was really happy to see that go and made some good money. All right, another men's piece, guys. Like I said, if you're not selling men's do sell. They really do. Chaps, this was another men's piece. This one was new with tags. It was a nice button-down shirt, too. So for $15, I made $12 on this. Again, my cog was $3 on that. And then more kids, you guys. I sold another kids piece. This was a reversible vest by Columbia, size large. And I think I had it listed for $20. They sent me a $14 offer, of course. And this is just pure profit at this point, guys. So again, I made $10 on this. So yeah, the kids' clothes are doing well. My husband was asking me the other day when we did the buy sell trade if I was going to list any more kids' clothes. Probably not, because most of what I have left is spring and summer. Buy sell trade isn't going to take those just yet, but I don't want to list them because it's too soon. So I'm just going to take them to buy sell trade in the spring and summer season. And what I do have left of kids that is like winter, I took to buy sell trade, and I got a lot of stuff that sold this last time. And what I don't have left, I will either thumb through and maybe pick out a few more things, or it's just going to go to, like, maybe I'll do a garage sale or something like that. But I'm probably not going to list any more kids' clothes. All right, so I mentioned I made a couple of nice sales. This was one of them. It wasn't a really nice sale, but this sold within a week. I had some coats in one of my storage rooms. I have like 2 areas where I keep stuff. And I had coats in bags, and some of them weren't listed on all the platforms. So what I did is I went through and I pulled them out of bags. I hung them up on a hanger that I used to use for my live sales to get the clothes just draping and get them out of bags and get them out of that room. So they're now hanging on a rack in my studio. I listed this, and this actually had 2 flaws on it. It was missing 2 buttons. You can see a button missing here and there's a button missing here. And I found out, because somebody asked me a question about this item, I actually found out that this actually had a faux collar on it. It had a faux fur collar on it. If you look it up online to guess, it had faux fur collar. So somebody asked me if the collar was missing, and I said, yeah, it didn't come with it. And then she asked me, well, is this flawed? Because I made note of it in the listing that it is flawed. Good pre-loved condition, but missing 2 buttons. So I did note that. So she was asking me about it. She said, well, is this new with tags? I said, yes, it is new with tags, but it came to me flawed. So she just wanted clarification, which I totally understand. This retailed for $375. I had it listed for $50. She sent me a $35 offer, which honestly, I was more than happy to take, because these came in a Helpsy source box that I purchased a couple years ago. I purchased one men's outerwear box and one women's outerwear box. Some of these items had been delisted, and I just recently relisted them when I moved all my stuff into my studio and put them on my rack. This literally sold within a week, and I was more than happy to take the $35. I was like $6 into this. And this is one of those items that you may not get a lot of interest in, especially with the flaws. The fact that she offered me $35, I was thrilled with, to be honest. I made really good profit on this, and it moved out, and I don't really want to be listing a lot more winter stuff because we are beginning the winter season here in a couple weeks. So my husband and I are already focused on spring and summer stuff at this point. If you guys all know, when you're a reseller, you list things a season in advance, just like the stores sell things a season in advance. So right now, all winter, fall and winter stuff is actually like transitioning already, and they're going to start bringing in spring and summer once all the Christmas stuff is sold. So in the next few weeks, you're not really going to see a lot of fall and winter. It's all going to be on sale. So I'm not really looking to list a lot of fall and winter. I still have some coats I'm going to put up that aren't still, relisted. I'm going to get those finished, and then that's going to be about it for me. All right, let's move on to the next item. You guys, this was the thrill sale of the week. This was my thrill sale of the week. This was one of those items that came in that ThredUp bulk box. The ThredUp 4 boxes that I bought here recently, this was one of the items that came in that box. This had a stain on it. I'm going to do a video about some things here. And I'm not going to talk about it here because I'm going to do a video on it, but I almost didn't list this, and I'll share with you in the video why I almost didn't list this. But I'm so glad that I did. I did comps on this. This retailed for $395, so almost a $400 coat, and I sold it for $150. I had it listed for $200. Somebody sent me an offer for $150, and I took it. I paid 92 cents for this in that ThredUp bulk box. 92 cents. And my fees, by the time the fees were all said and done, I made $120 on a 92 cent piece from the ThredUp bulk box. So between this and the other sales that I've made and some other things that I've sold, I am definitely narrowing in on $200 profit on those boxes now. So this was a huge help in profit on those bulk boxes. All right, you guys, I came downstairs and I told my husband about this, and he just smiled. You gotta love it. 92 cents into 120. You can't beat that. All right, the last item here, you guys, Adriana Goldschmied. You know, I used to get so excited when I got Adriana Goldschmied in boxes, especially if I was doing one of those quick lots boxes, because Adriana Goldschmied used to do really well. I have a hard time selling it now, like a lot of other brands. So when I got an offer on this, I was so excited. I had this listed for $35. They sent me a $28 offer. I took it. Adriana Goldsmith, so I paid probably like $5.85 on these, made $28 on this, so it was probably, what, $4 or $5 in fees. Once it's all said and done, just over $22, so really good sale on this. These were men's pants. Maybe AG does better in men's, I don't know, but either way, I was just really happy to move those. And yeah, so that was the sales for the last week or so. We'll do another sold video next week. My sales have been a little bit slower than the week before. Of course, the week before I did like 3 weeks worth of sales because remember I wasn't feeling well. So actually I've been averaging like a sale a day depending on the platform. So I'm hoping that's going to start picking up. Actually made 2 sales today, so hopefully that is a good sign that things will pick up. But anywho, let's go ahead and end this video and jump right back into things. Okay, you guys, you have to tell me in the comments below if you had a really good sale this week, like something over $50 even. If you had a really good sale this week, or how are things going for you guys, and tell me, what is your weather like where you live? Because I know some of you don't get a lot of snow, and some of you are like me where you live in definitely a snow state. I know on the East Coast, they're getting not just inches, they're getting feet of snow. Some of these places are getting 2 and 3 feet already because some major storms have gone through. So we're expecting that we're probably possibly going to experience that again this year. We had it a couple times, a couple years ago, but we've only had dusting so far. But tell me in the comments below what your best sale was this week, and I want to know what your weather's like. I'm going to go inside because I'm cold. Until next time, guys, take care. As always, be productive, and we'll see you next time.